Today we are going to discuss about the reproductive system. Male and female reproductive system organize together to produce offspring. So this system is especially provided to the human beings and animals as well as for the offsprings to produce. In addition, the female reproductive organs contribute to sustaining the growth of embryos and fetus. Means the first step after the zygote, it will converted into embryo, and then embryo will convert into fetus, and then fetus mature. After 9 months, it will deliver as a baby. Sexual reproduction is the process by which the organism produces offspring by making germ cells called gamete, male gamete and female. Female gamete is oocytes, that is the ovums, and the male is sperm. After the male gametes, sperm cells unite with the female gametes, secondary oocyte, and even called the fertilization or zygote. The resulting cells contain one set of chromosomes from each parent. So in that way, the chromosomes they from each side they take one chromosome, and it will make a pair of 23 chromosomes. So total 46 will convert into 23 with the making one pair. Male and female have anatomically distinct reproductive organs that are adapted for producing gamete, facilitating fertilization, and in female sustaining the growth of the embryo and fetus. Means it's a complete process. When male and female they met together with their anatomical structure of the body, reproduce organs are adopted. Means the female has got a uterus and male have got the external organ, producing the gamete, facilitating fertilization. Then the fertilization will take place by the meeting of the ovum and sperm. And in females, sustaining the growth, and the growth of the embryo will take place in the female uterus and convert from embryo to fetus, means moving towards the maturity. The male and female, the male and female male and female reproductive organs can be grown by function. The gonads in male is testis in male and ovaries in female. Testis produce the sperms, produce gametes and secretes sex hormones. And then sex hormones are secreted from these gametes, just like a estrogen progesterone hormone, which is a sexually luteinizing hormone, follicular stimulating hormone, various ducts that store and transport the gametes, and accessory sex glands produce substances that protect the gametes and facilitate their movement. Finally, supporting structures such as the penis in male and the uterus in female assist the delivery of the gametes, and the uterus is also the site for the growth of embryo and fetus during pregnancy. Gynecologically is the specialized branch of medicine concerned with the diagnosis and treatment of diseases of female reproductive system. Urology is the study of the urinary system. So the gynecology is the specialized branch of medicines concerned with the diagnosis and treatment diseases of the female reproductive system. For example, vaginitis, oocytes, or enteritis, or PID, pelvic inflammatory diseases. Urologists also diagnose and treat diseases and disorders of the male reproductive system. like the branches of medicine that deal with the male disorders, especially infertility in male, if the number of sperms are less than 6 million. And the sexual dysfunction means pre-ejaculation is called the andrology. That the female study, the study is known as the gynecology, and the male is andrology. Male reproductive system. The organ of the male reproductive system include the testis, a system of the ducts including the epididymis, ductus deferens, ejaculatory duct, from sperm comes out from the male organ penis, and urethra, through which the urine also comes out, as well as sperms. Accessory sex glands are there: seminal vesicle gland, in which the sperm float; prostate gland, which produce the certain hormones; and bulbourethral glands, and several supporting structures, including the scrotum and the penis, male organs, and testis, male gonads, produce sperms and secrete hormones. So both functions are there. Semen contains sperms plus the secretion provided by the accessory sex glands. The supporting structure have various functions. The penis delivers sperms into the female reproductive tract, and the scrotum support the testes. The scrotum is a pouch in which testicles are placed. The scrotum, the supporting structure for the testes, consists of loose skin and underlying subcutaneous layers that hangs from the root attached portion of the penis. Extremely, the scrotum look like a single pouch of skin separated into a lateral portion by a median ridge called the raphe. Internally, the scrotum septum means the both testes are separated through the with the skin of scrotum divided into scrotum into two sacs, each containing the single testis. अच्छा जी 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 अभी तो ऑनलाइन देखे कि आने वाला वक्त में बड़ा खराब है अच्छा बहुत अभी जो मैं न्यूज़ सुना ना मैक्सिको में और पता नहीं कहाँ का एकदम क्लियर अप हो गया है राजस्थान में भी आपको पता है 46 जिले जो बंद कर दिए कराची में सब राजस्थान कराची के अंदर तो मेरा ख्याल से अभी दिन तो अगर 15 से हो रहे ना अभी तो आज 7 तारीख हो गई शायद तो मेरे ख्याल से अभी ऑनलाइन अच्छा मैंने कहा हाँ हाँ आप ऑनलाइन कर दीजिए ठीक है हाँ मैं बता दूंगा तो बता दीजिए ओके उसको 2 बजे पहले मैं देती हूँ खाना उसको 2 बजे देना पड़ेगा हाँ तो कुछ जगह एक प्लेट में निकाल के चावल है चावल भी चाहिए तो वही है देखिए ना अच्छा अच्छा काट लेंगे चलो मैं ये डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना बेटा मैं क्लास ले रहा हूँ ये हो the septum is made up of subcutaneous layer in muscle tissue called the dartus muscles. The dartus muscles is also found in the subcutaneous layer of the scrotum. Associated with the yeast testis in the scrotum is the cremaster muscles, which pull and drop the testis at the time of zygote. A series of, or at the time of cuffing also, these cremaster muscles pull and then let it down at the time of cuffing. A series of small band of skeletal muscles that descend as an extreme of the internal oblique muscles. Through muscles oblique muscles through the spermatic cord to surround the testis. The location of scrotum and the contraction of its muscles fiber regulate the temperature of the testis. This is very important because this is outside of the body testis, so it has to be maintained according to the temperature, according to its requirement for the manufacturing of sperms. Normal sperms produced require a temperature of about 2 to 3 degrees centigrade below core body temperature, right? So it should be below 2 degrees centigrade. That's why this is located outside of the body because body temperature is 36 degrees centigrade. But this scrotum is out of the body, its temperature should be 2 to 3 degrees centigrade. This lower temperature is maintained within the scrotum because it is outside the pelvic cavity. In response to the cold temperature, the cremaster and deltoid muscles contract and it will move this scrotum inside the body because of the external temperature. Contraction of the cremaster muscle move the testes closer to the body where they can absorb body heat. Contraction of deltoid muscles causes scrotum to become tight, wrinkled in appearance, which reduce heat loss. Exposure to warmth reverse this action. If the temperature is higher, it will reverse the action, means contraction will become a dilatation. Testes. The testes or testicles are paired over oval gland in the scrotum measuring about 5 centimeters, 2 inches long and 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch in diameter. Each testis, singular, has a mass of 10 to 15 grams. The testes develop near the kidney in the posterior portion of the abdomen and they usually begin their descent into the scrotum through the inguinal canal passage in which anterior abdominal bond during the latter half of the 7th month of fetal development. Means the scrotum will develop at the month of 7th while fetus is in the womb of a mother. A serious serous membrane called the tunica vaginalis, tunica sheath, which is derived from the peritoneum and formed during the descent of the testis, partially covered into testis. This membrane, tunica vaginalis, is covered testis from inside. A collection of serous fluid in the tunica vaginalis. A collection of serous fluid in the tunica vaginalis is called a hydrocele. If the testes are enlarged and accumulated with the water, is known as hydrocele. It can be caused by the injury to the testes and inflammation of the epididymis. Usually, no treatment is required. Internal to the tunica vaginalis is a white fibrous capsule composed of desired dense irregular connective tissue, the tunica albuginea, white. It extends inwards, forming septa that divides the testes into a series of internal compartments called the lobules. Each of the 2 to 300 lobules contain one of the three tightly coiled tubules, the seminal seminiferous tubules to carry where sperms are produced. So sperms are produced in seminiferous tubules. The process by which the seminiferous tubules of the testis produce sperm is called the spermatogenesis. Genesis beginning process of the production. The seminiferous tubules contain two types of spermatogenic cells, the sperm-forming cells, the Sortelli cells, which have several functions in supporting spermatogenesis. Sperm cells called the gonia, offspring, singular, is spermatogonum, develop from the primordial germ cells, primordial, primitive or early form, that arise from the yolk sac and enter the yolk cell and enter the male testis during the fifth week of development. In the embryonic testis, the primordial germ cells called cells differentiate into spermatogonia, which remain dormant during the childhood and active become produce sperm at the puberty. This is all about this lecture of today.